Hi friends, it's Beck and this is Beck Riley's Books, back again to finally get this book finished. So today I'm showing you, we're just going to bind it together, that's all we're doing. So I'm just putting the two signatures inside the cover, and so I just wanted to, it's kind of a tutorial I suppose. I mean, there's a million of them out there. Why else would we video it, I guess? It's just to help, you know, new people to might just find your video to learn how to bind. So the things that I use to bind, and I'm doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch today. It's usually how I put my signatures in the covers. So what I use is this waxed thread, and I just bought this off, where did I buy it from? Probably off eBay or something like that. Yeah, I think I did get this on eBay. I've got a few different colours, but this is a really strong. So I use that and a tapestry needle. I did get a suggestion to punch my holes and then thread because I want to put beads on the outside and use a finer needle, but I can't get this thread through, and I need to put that in there for the strength. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to get the beads on a bit later. So what else do I need? Tapestry needle, wax thread, any kind of clip. I've just got these big paper clips. These are great. I like them. An awl, a pen. You can, like, rulers are handy, but I don't use a ruler to measure it. I'll show you how I measure it. Alright, so here I have one signature, and I have found the center, and I have used the pins the clips to pin it into place so they don't move around, and then pushing that center right into the spine. The other thing I use to help me out is a big book. Oops. So I've just got a big old book here. So when you open it up in the middle, you get this valley, and you can pop your signature in there, which gives you a nice place to punch your holes. So to find where I want to punch my holes, I get a piece of book page that's the same size, height-wise, as my pages here. I fold it in half long ways, and then I fold it in half again, and I fold it in half again. And I crease it, and then when I open it up, where the creases are where I am going to put my holes. It's because that's the center, and then equal distances either side. So once I've done that, I mark it with a pen, and then that becomes my template, and I will clip this in here. Just like that. And then fold it, make sure it's all nice and straight, all the pages are in there nicely. Now here's where your ruler comes in handy. If you put your ruler down in there and give it a push, get all those pages right down in the valley. Okay, so then we pop the signature into the big book to hold it up like this. Use the awl and push straight down through all of your pages. I tend to give it a little twist so that it kind of rounds off any edges that might have pushed through. One, two, 3 holes right on the crease. Excellent. So once we've done that, we do the second signature the exact same way. We find the middle, take our piece of paper from the book, just scrap paper. You can cut scrap paper to fit whatever you want to do. Fold it in half, crease, fold it in half again and crease. When we open it up, where we have these 3 crease marks, we put a little cross. And that becomes our template. And it doesn't matter if you turn it around the wrong way because it's the same. It's all the same. So we pop that in the middle. Get our clips. It's all clipped in there, nice and straight. Close it up, make sure we've got all our pages in. Get our ruler, give it a press into the valley, make sure it's all nice and snug. Get our awl, push and twist, push and twist, push and twist. So there's both of the signatures. Let's see how we did. Yep, 3 right on the fold. Alright, so we don't need this anymore. And then we want to get our cover. And now we'll need the ruler because we want to measure where we're putting the signatures. So to make sure that they are centered, I'm going to use my template, take it out. Don't take the clips off both ends because this is where, like, they're held together so you can find it again with your needle. So get your template. You want to see where you want to put your, so I've only got 2 signatures, so I want to find the center. So I'll just eyeball it. And I'm going to say 4 is my center, if you can see that. And then I'm going to go 3.5 and 4.5. That's where I want to put my signatures. Alright. So they're just a centimetre away from each other. There and there. And we'll come down to here. And we'll go there and there. Check that this one's not very good, so I'll just move it over a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to get them perfect because, you know, these seams aren't exactly perfect. Alright, so then we'll line up this with our marks here. We'll open it up. We'll get our awl and we'll pop. We don't have to go all the way through this time, so I'll put a hole in my table if I do that, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just lining up this edge with those marks that I made, and then I open this up and I punch the holes right where these marks are. Alright, so I've got my holes here. For some reason that was not perfect. Why is that not perfect? I must have moved it. Right, try that one again. So this is why I didn't go all the way through. Just in case. That's better. Alright, so ignore this dot here. But here and here are my holes. And they will match up with my holes on my signatures. So now that we have those, I'm going to push my awl all the way through till it comes out the other side. Just make sure that you don't have your finger in the way, because it's not super sharp, but it'll poke you. It'll poke you. Alright, so now we have 6 holes for the 2 signatures to be sewn in. Alright, now for the fun bit. We get our thread and we want, so for a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, I go over the edge and I do twice the length. A lot of tutorials will say 3 times the length. You just don't need it. It's wasteful, to be honest. But if you'll feel comfortable, more comfortable with extra, definitely take extra. Alright, so now this is the back signature. So we start by putting our needle and thread through the center hole of the signature and then through the center hole of the book. Pull that through. And we want to leave a tail here. Doesn't have to be big. You can hook it onto your clip if you want to just make sure it doesn't fly through there. Alright, so now you want to go through the top hole. So there it is there. Come out the top hole and into the top hole on your signature. Now this way you can get a little bit, it can get a bit tricky to find all the holes again, which is why you really want to not move these clips. Alright, so there we go. Pull that through. So this is clipped, it's not going to pull that through. And you want to come all the way down to the bottom and put that through there and in through the cover and out. Alright, now the next bit, you go in, back in through the middle hole and try not to put your needle through the thread that's already in there. You just want it next to it. Alright, pull that through. So now this one, we want to be careful again and just get that through. If you need a bit of space, pull it through. Pull it up a bit. Pop your needle through and out the middle hole like that. Alright, so take your needle off. So what you'll have is your 2 strings and this connecting string here. So before we tighten it, we're going to put 1 string underneath onto the other side. It might have come out that way. So you just want this connecting string to run through your tails. Now, on this side, you want to make sure that these are nice and tight. You haven't got any give here. And you want to make sure that these are all nice and tight under here as well. Give this a nice pull. That's why you want strong thread. After all that effort, you do not want it to break while you're pulling it tight. And just tie that in a knot over this middle section here. I do a double knot and then I just trim off the tails. See, that is how much I had left over from just doubling it. So if I tripled it, you would have had heaps. Okay, so there's number one. Now we can take off our clips. And our signature is in there. Oh, that's right, there's a journaling card still in there. Alrighty, so then the next one, we'll put the front signature in the same way. We want 2 and a little bit. Put that on our needle. Alright, so I'm going to go in through the middle of our signature. Just secure our tail. Pull that through. And then we want to go through, excuse me, through the middle hole on the cover. In through the top hole on the cover. Outside in. I'm going to have to turn it up so I can see it. There it is. Pull that through. In. We'll just get rid of that little bit of hole punch that popped out there. In through the top. So I didn't take the template off. Not a huge deal. Oh goodness, I'm having a bit of trouble here. So real life, I'm just going to take the template out. You can just tear it out after you've sewn it in, but I find it easier to find your hole here if it's not there, honestly. All right. Just give it a jiggle. There we go. Yay! Straight back down into the bottom hole here, out the cover. Alrighty. Then we're going, remember, back through the middle. Careful not to go through that middle thread that's already there. Pull that through. Give myself a little bit of leeway here so I can actually fit my needle in that gap. Pull that through. So see here, it actually did come out the other side of that. Take the needle off, give it a nice tug. Check that everything's nice and flush. And tie that off. Trim it, done. And then we can take these off as well. Alrighty, there we have it. all nice and sewn in. Still not 100% complete, so I am going to run a piece of just some thin crocheted lace down here, and I will do that later, because what I wanted to try now is to put some beads along here. So because I've got this crocheted lace here, I was thinking I could easily just sew some beads down. It shouldn't be too hard. So I've just got some, this is some old, I don't know where I got this from. I got a bundle of it from a secondhand shop, but it's beautiful. And a fine needle. I've already tested that this will go through the beads. And I will thread that up. Will I thread that up? Just chop the end off so it's a bit easier. I do have a needle threader. I just bought one. Oh my goodness, I got it. Okay. So I'm going to double it up for strength. And I'm just not going to give myself too much to get myself tangled up. Just knot that. And trim it. Alright, so we're going to start by feeding the knot underneath the crocheted laces best we can. And we'll tuck that in. And trim off any excess. Okay. So that, I'll just do a couple of little stitches just to anchor it nicely. Oh gosh, what have I done? I haven't even started and I got myself tangled. Alright, here's my beads. Let's grab a few. And I'm going to just put, I don't know, 4 at a time. And then, now I've got to decide if I want to go maybe from side to side like this, 4 at a time, which I think I will. So I'm going to go 4 and then I'm going to anchor it again to the lace and to the cotton that I've used to do my binding. Alright, make sure that's nice and secure. And then we'll go with another 4. Oh, have we got one that's not going to go on? We do. I don't think I told you the other day I dropped a packet of seed beads on the floor. Oh my god, it went everywhere. I'm still treading on them. I did vacuum, but what a nightmare. Alright, so we'll just go this way, just anchor that. So I don't know if you guys have trouble with delicate, like really fiddly things. It's the part of crafting that I absolutely love. I love fiddly stuff like this, but my fingers just do not play fair. I have so much trouble. You can probably see I've got a bit of a shake, but it's my favourite part of any crafting is the fiddly stuff. And yeah, I know one day I'm just gonna, whoops, sorry I bumped you. One day I'm going to probably not be able to do what I love, but until that time comes, I'm going to keep doing it. Alright, go this way. So you can still see the horizontal way of the you know, what I've used here to bind it, but I don't mind. And it means that I can do a pretty pattern here rather than just straight lines of beads. These beads came off some jewellery. I got it from an op shop. I just bought a big bag of all wooden jewellery, and this big long necklace was in it, but it was so tangled, so I just cut it, got all the beads off of it. And I'm not sure if they are coconut or not, but they're very pretty. Alright, so we're halfway there. I hope I'm not boring you to tears with this bit. I'm going as fast as I can. 4. And anchor it over here. So I like this actually too, because there's going to be a bit of movement as well in these beads, which will be nice. So today, what's today? Wednesday. And yeah, it's Wednesday, and I've been at work today. Just having a lovely day at work actually. So busy, but you know, I work with some really lovely people, so I do have a nice day at work. Okay. How many is that? 3. Oh. Okay, we're nearly there, just two more goes. It's pretty good. Out of all of the ones that I've tried to thread, only one didn't fit. And for organic beads like that, that's pretty good. Last stitches. Okay, and then I'm just going to do one more stitch and then feed the needle back through, tighten that up. And we can, okay, what I'm going to do is actually feed the needle back underneath. Sorry, you probably can't see that. Back underneath there. So when I trim it, trim the thread over here, it's not like right on the knot. There we go. So I love that. I think that looks really nice. So there's just a few more finishing touches to this journal. As I said, I'm going to run some crochet lace down here, and I also have a couple more ephemera pieces to go inside. Got to stick a few more pockets down, and once I've done that, I will do a full flip through and show you the end result. So thank you so much for your patience with this journal. I feel like it's been taking forever, but it probably actually hasn't really. It's just that I've been filming it, so it feels like, you know, 10 videos later. Come on, girl. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, and like, subscribe, comment. Please leave me a comment, that'd be great. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.